Welcome to Youth Affairs Division. We're here this morning to launch a program which is an awareness program under the Ministry of National Mobilisation. But the program is being facilitated through the Youth Affairs Division and partners from other agencies. This morning, we just want to inform the general public as to what we will be doing here over the next few days and to get your support in this regard. On board with us this morning, we have rep from the Ministry of Culture. We have from the police, our rep who is from the Family Fund Association is not here with us this morning. We have our own representative from the Youth Affairs Division. And we will be hearing from everyone as to what is expected from our initiative, the VINCY Youth Got Talent. So thank you for being here, and you are welcome to ask as many questions as possible as we go forward in this exercise. Thank you very much. So at this moment, I will turn things over to Yolanda London, who is the person who will lead us from here.
Welcome everyone to this activity this morning. We have 3 agencies that will be partnering with us on this initiative, and we have representatives from 2 of these 3 agencies here present with us. At this time, I would very much like to have the representative to introduce themselves and let us know what role their agency is playing in this activity. So we'll now start with Sergeant John, and she would let us know who she is and what role her organization plays.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lauren John. I'm a Sergeant of Police and a National Coordinator of Police Youth Clubs. This event that is going to be put on by the Ministry of Youth Affairs, it's something that happened last year. So this year, we see the need to invite Police Youth Clubs, because we're an entity which have clubs from VINCY in the North Windward District to Chateaubelair in the North Windward District, and we're going to be in Canada, Beckway, and Union Island. Because of COVID, most of our activities has been suspended. We should have been in camp right now, but our summer camp has to be postponed as COVID has threatened. So when we were invited to this initiative, I was happy because most of our youth right now are home, and this is a way to engage them in meaningful activity in the absence of being together at meetings and other functions. The Police Youth Clubs has chosen various ways to engage our youth over the years. And I'm happy to say one of those ways are in sports, and currently we have taken the championship, most of the championship in the SVGCC Invitational Basketball competition, football competition, netball competitions currently. So this is another way to engage our youth now in drama, singing, dancing, which we do when we go to camp. We always have competitions among the clubs. So this is nothing new to us. I've already been sensitizing our clubs on this venture. We just came from Beckway from a retreat where we are going planning how we are going to engage our youth over the next few months in the absence of our camp. And I've already have interest from Chateaubelair, Beckway, Union and Canada so far. Courses have shown me interest. They are in the process of organizing items. So I'm very happy to say that. And knowing our youth, they're always ready for a challenge. So for now, I can show it. You can be assured that you will get competition from the policy clubs.
Okay, we welcome competitions. Now we will hear from our representative, from one of the stakeholder entities.
All right, good morning everyone. My name is Bomani Charles, representing the Department of Culture, the Ministry of Tourism, Sports and Culture, particularly the as assistant to the coordinator of cultural industries. Our role in this activity is to mainly provide technical support and human resource capacity to help develop the activity. It's called VINCY Youth Got Talent, an initiative by the Youth Affairs Department. Last year focused on the community of Barley. This year, because as we know, COVID has restricted severely public gatherings, we are utilizing the technology and taking it island-wide, basically. And culture must go on, even at a time of tremendous disruption. We in the department are always keen to utilize all opportunities for continued expression of culture and creative activities among our youth. So we welcome this opportunity to collaborate with the Youth Affairs Department, the Police Youth Club, the Ministry of Health, to continue to have our young people express themselves through various means of creative expression. And particularly we are interested in seeing how technology can be used to assist in this expression going forward. That will definitely help us to set a course as to how we treat culture and creative activities going forward. We will hear from you now as to some of the information in detail regarding VINCY Youth Got Talent.
Thank you very much, Mr. Charles. And before I do so, I would like to just give us a brief background on how this initiative started and some details in terms of what happened when it started. So the activities was first staged in August 2019, and the showcase was done in Barley. The overall purpose or the objective of the activity was to provide an avenue for young people to showcase their creativity, to showcase their talent. And we realized that our young people are very talented, and a lot of them may not necessarily otherwise have the opportunity to showcase their creative styles and their talents. And so we thought, why not do something so that we can reach those youth that would be otherwise unreached or given an opportunity. The activity was very successful. We had entries in the forms of instrumentals, we had drama, songs, and poetry. And the prizes that we had last year included mentorship programs. There was an opportunity for the top entries selected to perform on national platforms. One such was at Steel Expressions 2019. Last year, the age group that we focused on was the age group 16 to 29, because that's the focus age that all of our youth programs are targeted towards, young people 16 to 29. Last year, the competition was open, so there was no specific focus or theme. So participants were not limited to anything. Come with what you have, show us your talent, and do what you do. And that was deemed very, very successful. Now in 2020, as you may have heard before, due to the COVID, we thought that we can still virtually take advantage of the opportunity to get our young people involved. And so what we have done this year is that we have included another category. So instead of focusing on 16 to 29, we have now introduced the 10 to 15 age group. And the reason for this is that we know that our nation's children at this time and for a while have been out of school, and we felt that they were unoccupied. Yes, they were doing like their schoolings and so forth, But we thought, why not give them an opportunity too to be a part of this spectacular initiative? Another thing that we have discussed and we found that a lot of times persons take children for granted as it relates to talents and creativity, and I know and we know that there are lots of children within our country that are very, very talented, and we wanted to give them that opportunity as well to show the world what they have to offer and to show the world that they too can be a part of this great initiative. So the objective overall is the same. The twist this year though is that, again, because of the COVID, we have introduced a semi-theme, and so all entries for this year must have a focus on COVID awareness. As partners collaborating as well, we thought that we can show our social responsibility by getting on board and doing our part in the whole effort to bring awareness to the COVID situation. So whatever entries or persons who are thinking about entering this year, your presentation must have some elements of COVID awareness. Now the entries for this year, as mentioned, it's virtual, so you would upload your presentation and you would hear later exactly step by step how you do this. However, your presentations must be between 3 to 5 minutes long. So it has to be pre-recorded, 3 to 5 minutes long. As it relates to judging, the judging criteria for this year's competition is it's 100%, but 40% would come from likes. So once you submit your presentation, you would hear where it would be posted a little later. But likes on social media would account for 40%, and then 60% would come from physical judges who would be reviewing the entries. The top 5 entries in each category, so the category 10 to 15, top 5, and the category 16 to 29, the top 5. So a total of 10 entries overall would be rewarded. Prizes this year would include trophies, mentorship programs, and other prizes which we would announce later. And just to give you some information in terms of how exactly does one enter, I will now hand over to Mr. Andrews, who would guide us through that step of how you can submit your entries and what is expected once you submit your entries.
Yes, good morning again. Thank you everyone for being here. In regards to the submission of songs, that will be done via a link. There are 2 links. Those links will be available on our Facebook page, which is Division of Youth Affairs, and our Instagram page, Youth Affairs SVG. Now, the links are juniors, seniors, 10 to 15 years, that's your juniors, and your seniors 16 to 29 years. Now, when you click the link, you'll be prompted to upload a file. Once you have found your file, which is your submission of song, whatever creative piece you have, you open that file. It will prompt you to enter your first name and your last name. Please give your birth name, no nicknames please, and you'll also be prompted for an email address, your email address, so that we can send you any information regarding your participation in the competition. After which you have uploaded the song, there would be an indication as to tell you whether your song has been uploaded. That will be in the form of a green box. It will say done or finished. Once you see that, you know your song is uploaded, and that will complete the end process of your submission. In regards to your age, you can add your age in the properties of the file of the song. You can enter it into the description or the details of that file. Thank you. Perhaps back over to Joran.
Because I just wanted to add that this year, as Yolan mentioned earlier, last year, there wasn't a any particular structure in terms of the entries that were accepted. This year, we've decided to sort of craft a structure to include 4 categories: dance, drama, song, and poetry. And as I mentioned earlier, because we want to encourage the use of technology, persons can simply use their cell phones to record their performances, whether it's in dance or drama or song or poetry, and upload via the means that you just heard. So I just wanted to make sure that we included that there.
Okay, additionally, I would like to add that all entries that are received via email would be sent once the entries would have passed the criteria, because we have some very fundamental criteria in terms of no profanity, it must be community friendly, etc. Once the entries would have passed that phase, they would be sent to the judges and also uploaded on our Facebook page, which is Youth Affairs Division. So once your entries are uploaded, then the onus is on you now to get the entire St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the entire world as a matter of fact, to like your presentation, because remember, 40% of likes would be awarded and 60% from physical judges. So we have to really start, once your entries are up, you get cracking and you start inviting persons to like your entry, because a big percentage of likes contribute to selecting the top entries in each category. Okay, so the competition, as it relates to the dates of the competition, from the 15th of July, until the 3rd of August. So already we would have launched on the 15th of July. The information went out already. So already persons can start sending their entries, sending their presentation. On the 3rd of August, midnight, is the final day for persons to like your presentation, after which the judges would deliberate for a day or two perhaps, and then we would be announcing the winners in each category. So we have roughly a month or thereabout to run the entire process and the presentation. So already information is out, persons can already start to upload their entries. If you have any questions or anything, you can email us using the email address or the Facebook page if you need any clarification, anything relative to the competition. But information is out already, it's already running, and persons can feel free to start uploading their presentations.
As was mentioned, the whole activity is about awareness towards public. We want to use this opportunity to solicit to the general public to give us, all your assistance that you can give at this time, particularly to the support of this initiative. We want to ask the businesses to come on board and to assist us in this regard. So the prizes will serve as incentives for the participants who will take part in this activity. So your assistance towards prizes is very important at this time. And at the end of the competition, we will have a formal ceremony to hand over prizes to all participants who participate in the activity. So we just want to use this time again to reach out to the sponsors to get on board with us and to be part of what we're doing. We want to also use this opportunity now to thank the media for being here this morning to be part of this promotion, because we want persons to be aware as to what we're doing, particularly young people who are home now, to know what we're doing and to get involved in this activity. So we just want to once again thank you for your presence here this morning, and without any further ado, we invite you to ask any questions that you wish to get clarity on.